Okay, so what's up guys, it's Matters, and we're going to be talking about something a bit different here for World War II zombies right now. And it's really about the whole Easter egg situation, the zombies community, and sort of our outcry towards what's been going down with the whole, hardcore Easter egg being completed before the game actually even released officially in North America. So that's a huge deal for a lot of people, and we're going to try to make some sense of this. I don't want to be, sort of this drama alert of the zombies community, and within this video, I'm not going to tell you what you should believe or what you shouldn't believe or what's right and what's wrong. I just want to try to make some sense of the situation. I just want to make some sense of what is going on right now. There's also some weird drama between like Dalek and the relaxing end that apparently came out. I don't know. I mean, we're going to talk about that later on in the video as well, but I just want to go through because everyone's been talking about this, especially on Reddit, and again, I want to make some sense of this, just try to figure out what's going on here. So that being said, if you can leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe for more, I guess actual World War II zombie videos coming soon after this one. This is an exception, obviously. So that being said, let's get started. So first, I'm going to go through a bunch of different tweets from, different YouTubers, I guess YouTubers that were part of, like, the main squad that, like, completed the Easter egg first in the world. I want to start off here first with MrDoutJD, and before I discuss, what the situation is here, I just want to go through what they've been saying and different stuff like that. So, obviously, this is his initial reaction, first in the world. He has since deleted this tweet because I didn't really see the replies, but I'm guessing he received a ton of hate from it, and he's replying to that tweet, sure, we were first, but I don't personally count it. We did have an unfair head start. Nevertheless, it was extremely fun, which, it makes sense. It was probably fun. I mean, you were technically first. I guess, realistically, they were first. If you don't want to personally count it, that does make sense because it wasn't really a fair game. You didn't really have, I guess everyone didn't have a fair shot, obviously. So that does make sense not to personally count it. And then later, really going back, my initial tweet was spur of the moment. So he got a ton of hate from that first tweet, being hyped. People are just like, oh, why are you hyped? We didn't even get a chance, blah, 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 this and that. So I guess it does make sense. That's not the attitude I have towards it. I don't know if he's being, 100% honest there. I think, he definitely was. You can't deny that, you or anyone or he or any other YouTuber wouldn't be hyped if you were the first in the world. Even if you had the game early and you completed the Easter egg early, you'd still be hyped. So that is, I know that's not I know what he's trying to say here. I know he's trying to say, like, oh, I'm not trying to, like, put it in your guys' face, like, oh, haha, I'm first. But you can't say that you weren't hyped. You definitely were hyped, and, maybe you're not hyped anymore because of the backlash from it, but you can't say you weren't hyped. You definitely were hyped. And like I said, anyone would be hyped. And then I just, like, jokingly replied, like, oh, backpedaling the hype real hard, because you can see, like, the progression, or not the digression of first in the world, and then it goes all the way down to that's not the attitude I have towards it. So, really backpedaling there because everyone was giving him hate. So here's from Codename Pizza, and again, I'm gonna, talk about, make some sense from this in a second. Let me just go through these tweets here. Codename Pizza, just want to say that I'm totally not claiming first on this Easter egg. Let me just read these here. I think the thing people forget about is that we are YouTubers, but we still love zombies. And even if I didn't do YouTube, I'd still buy the game early and hunt. And I love zombies community and the World War II. If it wasn't us that beat it today, it would have been someone else today. Which, yeah, I don't know if that's entirely true. I guess it does make sense that, if they weren't going for it, could have been some other people that had the game early going for it. Who knows? They have the most outreach, so anyone else that would have completed the Easter egg early wouldn't have been that public, and it wouldn't have been that known. And I guess that's just the way it is. But I guess he does make some sense there. But his first tweet where he says, I'm not claiming first on this Easter egg, technically, you are first at completing the Easter egg. I'm just saying it like it is. If they were first in the world for completing the Easter egg, regardless of the game releasing or not releasing, they were first. That's just the way it is. I think if you don't want to personally count it as a fair game, and if it's really like you don't want to count it as like, oh, back in that map, I did this because it wasn't a fair shot, that makes sense. But technically, you were first, so you don't really need to say that. But yeah. Let's go on to NoahJ's and we'll talk about this again. People don't realize, now NoahJ takes like a different perspective on it. I think NoahJ's not really like getting what we're talking about here, but he's saying People don't realize everyone gets Call of Duty early every year. I had Shadows of Evil 9 days early last year from some guy in Dubai. He talks about, I worked 20 hours a week high school and spent my hard-earned money to get the game early for so many years. If Easter egg hunting means that much to you, don't just sit and complain. Do something about it. I feel like this whole first in the world phenomenon has brought so much negativity to the zombies community. Literally the first thing I said after beating it was I didn't want credit for first in the world. Now, this is alright, this is basically what he's saying. He's basically saying, like, he worked to get to this position, and he worked hard to be able to get these games early and to be able to complete these Easter eggs early, which I guess it makes sense. That's just the way, that's capitalism. That's just the way it is. You work hard and you gain your rank in society to the point where you can get these things early, or you can afford to get the game early 10 days early, and you have the ability to actually complete this Easter egg early. So I guess that does make sense, but that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is that you're not giving the community a fair shot. Now, the Reddit posts, I'm not really gonna leave any images from the Reddit post, but there's a Reddit post that I'll link to that talks about something pretty interesting, where it's like, really, like, when you think about it, people complain about the Easter egg being spoiled and not having a fair shot, but for the most part, majority of the community, they rely on YouTubers, and they, maybe rely on data miners to actually get them the steps and to help them do the Easter egg. Usually that's how it works. I know that's not for everyone, and really the people that truly should be pissed at this stuff are the people that are not big YouTubers but are really good Easter egg hunters, and they just never have that fair shot to go for the game and just get that game Easter egg done. I'm not going to necessarily agree that everyone is just relying on YouTubers. I think there are a fair amount of casual players that really want to grind and hunt for the Easter egg, but for the most part, most casual players and most people that watch YouTubers really just rely on YouTubers, and it's really just like sort of the more hardcore Easter egg players that are sort of in this middle ground. They're not big YouTubers and are not getting the game early, but they're also not really small, and they don't want to rely on the YouTubers. They want to get it done, they want to grind, and they want to have a fair shot of getting it first. So that being said, again, I understand where NoJ is coming from, but he's not really like understanding that we're not pissed because he got it early, because obviously they're getting the game early every year. It's been happening every year. It's just the fact that the main hardcore Easter egg that was hyped up, that everyone wanted a fair shot at, was completed, and it seems like you're sort of just not really justifying. I guess he sort of is justifying it by saying that I worked to get to this position. He's basically saying I worked to get to this position, and that's justifying, why it's sort of okay that I did this Easter egg first. Maybe he's not entirely saying why it's okay that I did first, because again, he's saying that I don't want to take credit for first in the world, but really that's what his tweets are implying. If you're saying that, I've gotten the game early, I worked in high school, I did this, I did that, saved up money, blah blah, whatever he's talking about here, he's justifying, that he got to this point and now he's able to do it, it should be fine. So again, like I said, I don't mind, I don't disagree with that necessarily. I think as a community, we shouldn't be sort of just blindly negative towards YouTubers, because realistically, if you have enough money, you can get the game early. It's just the way the world works. If you have the opportunity to get the game early, you get it early, and that's just what people do. And if you want to work towards getting money to get it early, if you want to work really hard to try to find it early, that's just the way it is, and that's how you get your advantages in life. And that's really anything in life. Not everything is going to be given at the same rate. Not everything is going to be fair. Some people are just going to have different advantages over each other. I think the fact that these YouTubers are a part of the zombies community is a bit different. And if this was any other community, it's like, okay, whatever, they completed it early, blah blah, not really such a big deal. But they're part of the zombies community, so it's like it almost, I'm not gonna say it shows a lack of respect, but I feel like in some ways it does. Like, there's really little respect for the zombies community, especially because we're so passionate in completing these Easter eggs, and we're so passionate in zombies as a whole, that I feel like getting that Easter egg done so early, and especially just throwing it out there to everyone, not even giving them a chance to even play it and just get hyped for it or look for it themselves. Even if we all know majority of casual players, majority of people that watch YouTubers, they're not going to complete it. The YouTubers are most likely going to complete it first anyway. At least giving them a chance would be some form of respect. Now, again, that's not how it works, and I'm not saying that these YouTubers should have like waited to complete the Easter egg, or if they knew the steps a couple days in advance, they should have waited for the first day to happen and then do it. I mean, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that's really how it would work, and that's why people feel like there's sort of a lack of respect for the zombies community because of what they did. So overall, I still want to talk about the Dalek and relaxing end stuff here, but overall, there's a couple different things here. One, I don't think you should be mad at any YouTuber because that's just the way it is. People get games early. If you work hard for it, you know, NoahJ sort of has a point. You work hard enough to get something done, you can get it done, and those are just the advantages people can get in life. That's just the way it is. I think people should be mad because there is sort of I don't want to say a lack of respect because I don't want to put words into these YouTubers' mouths, and I don't want to, you know, tell you guys what they're feeling because I don't know what they're feeling, and I don't know what their true motives are. No one really knows what their true motives are. You know, sometimes tweets aren't exactly what their true motives are and what their true feelings are, but what I think is that they're not obviously putting it in our faces like we did the Easter egg first and we're doing this, we have this advantage. They're not throwing in our face like that. I think they still have respect for the zombies community, which I don't understand. I don't think they understand that to us doing those Easter eggs first, getting that done super early, is not showing us the respect that we deserve. I think that's what a lot of people are feeling. A lot of people are feeling that, okay, NoahJ and whoever else, he may respect the zombies community, but to us, all of this whole situation here is definitely not showing respect, you know? And again, I know you couldn't have avoided it. Get the game early. That's the way it goes. That's the way it happens. Completing the Easter egg early. That's just the way it happens sometimes. But to us and to a lot of people and to a lot of blind people that just hate YouTubers in general, they're just thinking like, wow, you guys suck. Complete the Easter egg. Not giving us a chance. Even if we weren't going to do it anyway, the fact that you can give us a chance wasn't cool. So I think that's just the way it is. I'm just glad this isn't going to happen with any DLCs, since you really can't play the DLCs early. And whatever, man. You know, let's just, you know, try to move on from this. Stuff happened. I think we should just leave it at that. And obviously, for one, the YouTubers definitely shouldn't gloat about it anymore. They shouldn't really discuss it being first in the world. I think they, you know, I don't think they're ever gonna really talk about this. And they're, you know, even Codename Pizza said he's not making an Easter egg tutorial, and he said because he's giving people different chance. I think it's because he definitely get a lot of hate on it, because people be like, oh, you got this because you did it early, whatever. I think it's more about the hate, but that's regardless. So that being said, there's also some other stuff with Dalek. I think this is just whole like a Dalek hate parade, but this is actually different because this is not some blind hater on Reddit. This is the relaxing end. In 2016, MrDoutJD was harassing me in an early Activision capture event by pointing a camera at my face while I was capturing. Told him no. Very interesting. I don't know. Okay, so, and then Dalek responded, I don't have the tweet here, but Dalek responded like, oh, I was just, you know, showing a pan of the room, and I wasn't specifically at your face, whatever. But if you look at the original video, and I'll leave a link in the description below to the Reddit post, which links the original video, I don't know if it was necessarily a pan. It looked like he was going around the room, and Dalek did unlist the vlog and blur out the relaxing end's face, but that's over a year from the date, which is sort of messed up. I mean, he only really blurred out the relaxing end's face a year and a half after the fact it happened, and after he sort of got exposed for it, which is not really cool. And originally, again, within the video, I know it looked like he was going around the room and just showing off different parts of the room, but it wasn't just a pan of the room, and it just so happened that relaxing end's face was sort of in there. Like, he literally said in the video, I'm not gonna say who this is because it'd be funnier for people to guess or something like that. Like, he clearly acknowledges the relaxing end and sort of looks at him for a good 10 seconds. It is not really a pan. A pan of the room would just be like he's seen in the corner or he's seen at a table. That definitely wasn't a pan of the room. So that, again, I don't know. That's a different situation. And again, I feel like I'm on this like YouTuber hater parade right now, and I really am not. And I'm not trying to like find reasons and find these petty different little reasons to like hate on these YouTubers. But I think with this situation, I don't know, man. It definitely seems like there's a bit of a lack of respect. The fact that this is a year and a half old, and you know, the fact that he didn't blur it, especially you know, the relaxing end doesn't show his face at all, and that he left that in his vlog for a year and a half. You know, I mean, I guess maybe the relaxing end should have been more upfront about Dalek not including that in the video. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he thought it wasn't a big deal, and I don't know why the relaxing end finally decided to say. I guess he decided to say it today because, you know, there's different drama with what's going on with Dalek and the Easter eggs, and no one couldn't, you know, all these different YouTubers doing the Easter egg early. Maybe he just decided to throw it out there as well. But I don't know. That's just another weird situation. So let me know what you guys think about that. I really don't know what the resolution is to that. I think it's just a matter of he should have blurted it out earlier. And, you know, maybe, again, the relaxing end should have been a bit more clear on what he actually wanted and why he didn't want to be in the video, whatever. So the fact that he said it today maybe is a bit too late. No, I'm not going to lie. Maybe it is a bit too late, but it's still... Again, I don't know what the I don't really have a resolution to this. The same thing with the Easter egg situation. There's really no resolution. I'm just trying to make some sense of this and really try to figure out what the whole deal is. So, again, what is the thing? Just, I don't know, maybe just an apology. That's really it. I think that's really the same thing with the Easter egg stuff too. Really just an apology saying that, you know, obviously we respect the community. We get the games early. That's just us as YouTubers. That's just how it goes. Activision sends us out early to record gameplay. That's just how it works. And we love the zombies community, this and that, and we want you guys to fight and hunt for Easter eggs. And this was just a rare occasion where it just got too far. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this. It's really hard to figure out what the proper way of going forward is. Like I said, none of this is going to happen in the future. With the Dalek situation with the relaxing end, that's a bit different, and I think that should be like sort of a personal apology. But the Easter egg stuff, it just, you know, I don't know. I mean, even think about it. It could very well happen again with Treyarch. You know, people are going to get the game early for Treyarch, Black Ops 4 next year. And what if the Easter egg is completed early again, and we go through the same thing all over again? I don't know. Like, how do you stop it? You make it so no one gets the game early? It's just not the case. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it in a different video, how to prevent this from happening again. That being said, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. And yeah, it's a long ass video, so that's really it. If you're watching it in this video, leave a comment below. World War II. Just leave a comment below World War II so I can see the accounts. If you guys watch this whole video, really thank you guys. That's definitely greatly appreciated. Again, I'm trying to make sense of all the situations here going down with Dalek and the YouTubers and Easter eggs and all this crazy stuff. So if you leave a comment below World War II, and I know that you watched the whole video, that's just so freaking cool. And yeah, that's really it. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.